Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel, the Scottish Model Railway Guy. So what we're going to look at today, well, after naming my station, which is coming in as the Bickering Bush due to local connections in the area, I've decided it's time to move on to the platform. I'm going to shift this back so you can see what I'm talking about. Now if you look what I did with the station in one of my other videos, which is appearing about here right now, is a little thumbnail. What I did was I weathered this. Now I think I went a little bit too far, I've got too much bush there, so I can trim that away while I'm doing this, but the objective today is to weather this a little. There's going to be a little bit of painting, there's going to be a little bit of dry brushing, and sort of bringing about a situation where it's going to look a bit more realistic than it does just now. So hang on, if you've never been here before, please do subscribe if you like, and you will get lots more videos like this. Thank you. Now, just before we go any further, I've got a wee teaser for you. I'm going to be doing some electronics coming up soon, so I've got a voltage reducer unit here. I've got a distributor unit here and some Hornby surface mounted point motors and single point throw switches to simulate it, so it's not just going to be a channel about scenics and how to bring that together. It is going to go to the next level. I'm an engineer, so I shall figure it out. I've never done it before, but one thing's for sure, I will figure it out. So yeah, moving back to the subject of this little beauty, I'm going to weather this next. So I'm going to split, get my paint ready and show you how to do that, so hang on. So the first thing you need is some acrylic paints. Now you can get them for a few pounds down your local craft shop or some of the chains like the Works or whatever. Now you just need a tiny dab of it because we're not doing much. So I'm just creating this little sort of pool of white, and then you need an even tinier dab of black just to add to it. Add too much, it goes really black really quick, which might happen here because I've put too much in. Not too bad, I've still got some white there I can lighten it with. So got a little mix there. Now you notice it's not much, so I'm going to take these acrylic paints out the way for now and bring this in so you can see it. So what am I going to do next? I'm going to take the vast majority of my brush by brushing it away as much as I can, and then see these little lines down here. Just going to very lightly dry brush that. It's actually slightly the wrong colour, it needs another dab of black to get it right, but the beauty about it is I can just keep dry brushing it until it's almost away and we don't see that white. Now it's the same on the other side. You notice I'm not adding anything to the brush, pretty much going with what I've got to take away the little fold marks on the Metcalfe models. I mean, for me Metcalfe looks fantastic on a Hornby Layout. Some of the models they make are brilliant. I take this off just now, there's some grass on it from earlier. Fold it over, or turn it over so you can see what's underneath. Fairly simple build, the Metcalfe ones. I'm just going to pick up a little more. Doesn't look like I'm picking up much, and that is the purpose. And then I'm going to very lightly go across here to dirty the white along the edges, because certainly most stations in the UK aren't pristine unless you're in London, which gets a lot of investment compared to the rest of the country. Once that's done, you get the gist. I'm taking the newness away from it. I probably went a bit much there, so I'm just going to try and blend that. Now you can see I've not picked up any more paint at all yet, and yet there's still some coming off. Tiny bits more along the back. And you can see that starts to put a sort of aged effect along it. Now this Metcalfe Station kit can do lots and lots of platform. With the restriction in space that I've got no choice but to be careful about the size of platforms I'm making, but I can't remember what's on the pack, but it's a lot, like it's 10 feet. I wouldn't be exaggerating, I don't think, if I said you could make 10 feet of platform from one kit. But the thing is, you can make a whole bunch of other stuff from it. You can make walls, you'll see it in some of my other things that I've made walls from it. So does it look a bit more raised already? Yes. Next stage, grass. Hang on. So, for those that have never seen the 50-50 mix, that's what 50-50 PVA glue and water look like. Just give it a good mix until it all comes together, and it happens really, really quickly. Now I've made far too much for this application because I'm going to be using tiny dabs, but I'll just use it elsewhere on the layout while I'm here. That is it. However, I don't need a brush that size. I just need a tiny brush. So where would you see moss accumulating on a model railway a model railway? You would tend to see it here, coming along the bottom. Well, I'm going to start off by doing that, then get some of this dark green scatter that I got from eBay. I think I get 10 packs for a few pounds. I'm going to tip it up the way slightly, sprinkle it on till it takes. Give it a shake so that it's going right along it. Try and tap it off. It can't. And you can see it's starting to take shape there. So the next place you would get some things accumulating tends to be on down slopes. I'm going to do little bits there and there, and repeat the process except with a slightly different. This is I believe a static grass. I've never done static grass application to its full extent like some of the model railway experts have. You can use a static applicator to make it stand up as if it's real grass. I wouldn't want that in this application, to be honest. And then it's just a case of sort of repeat along the track sides. I think I'll do some darkness under there, but I'm going to do some moss gathering right along the front of it so that it begins to look realistic from what you would see in real life, and to help cover up the Metcalfe folds, which are quite difficult to get rid of. So a little more this time. Going to go along there. Yes, it will waste some, for sure, but you can always try and brush it up later and get it back if you choose to do that. No science to it as such. Now how's that coming together? Starting to get that along there. Don't really like that, how it's turned out when it's horizontal. I'm actually going to get the bigger brush, put a bit more on, because I think it should probably be dirtier and grimier where the train's chassis and wheels and the oil's accessing. And hopefully once it's on the layout, it looks nicer. So yeah, you can see from that it's starting to take shape. Part that I did not like, I'm going to grab my scissors from the last time when I made this, is I think I went too far with the bushes. I'm going to trim them back because it is an urban station. So yes, there'll be some, but it shouldn't be fully overgrown like that. I'm just going to take some away to make it that bit more realistic, I think. Don't like that bit there. Yeah, that's more like it. Now, with this little guy that I bought the other day, which is a tiny wee Coca-Cola vending machine for my Hornby / Metcalfe layout. Once that's on there, it will actually start to come together. Should I have anything else along the bottom? Potentially, but I'll do that once it's next to the track. Maybe put some shrubs and fill it in with this bigger stuff over here. So yeah, that's it. We'll get it back to the layout and see how it looks. So here we are. This is what it's going to look like. I think it's pretty cool. I think it looks really nice. It's got a nice effect to it. I particularly like the way it's brought it up at the front. It looks as if it's been weathered by passing trains. Love the wee Coca-Cola vending machine. And I think when you look at this part of the layout over here, with the detail that's starting to come in, if I spend a lot of attention on this, I'm thinking about putting this in some sort of, I don't know, like a surround round about it that'll make out one of these Metcalfe walls. That'll really be nice. It's definitely taking shape in this area. It's been a lot of work, and that's fine because it is enjoyable. So yeah, thank you for coming. I hope you like what you see. I hope that you've enjoyed it above all else. If you've never been here before, thank you for viewing, and if you have, thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, please do consider it, because there's much more like this comes regularly. So thank you again.